Alrighty then. Welcome back to day 2 of the CS Summit 2. We're here in lovely Southern California. Can't tell you exactly where. This is an undisclosed location. More on lockdown than Area 51, believe it or not. We did just see SK Gaming. And
What's
if
up, guys?
you didn't notice, Mr. Fallen over here, fresh off a victory.
I'm Taco.
Hi.
Oh, wait.
Taco gave up today, but he said he's gonna do other day.
Caralho.
Caralho, you're a bad taco.
So my initial question is one to just really break the ice. Talk to me about the avatar situation, the avatars we saw in game.
The avatar.
Yes.
So the only way to explain the avatar is by finding the YouTube link that shows the music with the English subtitles. I really can't. I don't think
It's
I have
one of a kind.
I don't think I have enough English knowledge to explain the music. Being honest,
What
there's
I-
so much dirty stuff that I really don't know the words in English.
Harry
my
Potter.
God. What I learned from looking over his shoulder as he was watching the video was that it was like a Brazilian Harry Potter dance music video.
Exactly.
Okay.
They were pretending they were like the Harry Potter characters, and then the picture we're using is Harry Porra, which is Harry Dick or so Harry. Well, how can I say that? It's not Harry Dick, but
Harry
that's what I
Dick.
say. I don't have English knowledge to
Be
use
like,
all
that's
the
a hell of
words
a
they use
name.
there.
Harry Cocker.
Harry Cocker, yeah. So I don't
Oh,
know,
there we
man.
go. So we have the video up in front of us.
Direct from Hogwarts. Vinguardium leve rola, which is Vinguardium take dick, something like that in Portuguese. Yeah, so that's
Can they see it? Oh, okay.
it's Vinguardium take
Damn, they're really getting into it.
Damn heavy bong hit that babe took. Okay, this perverted hand that's sliding, hunting my one. She's all crazy, all high, wanting to sit on mine.
Fuck. What? How many views does this have?
The one that wants to rub. Okay, I'm not reading anymore.
No, you're doing great.
Damn
It's funny in
bum that
Portuguese, at least.
flies. Rub the
Wait, so this isn't the real Harry Potter?
This isn't the real. No,
Oh.
this is the Brazilian Harry Potter.
Sorry, I don't watch
It's Harry Porra. Harry Porra.
Well, I just think the number was 25 million views.
Yeah, we put this on the photos because I think we were boot camping in Cologne, and then one day we were so burned out of playing so much CS that we started laughing about everything, and someone came up with this clip, and then everyone was laughing too much because of it.
That's the one that you can't top, right? Like, hey, this guy's got the best video. We'll just
Something like
It's
that.
the
yeah.
best one.
Then we just went like, all right, let's do something honorable for Harry Porra, and that's what we went. Now Harry Porra is beating everyone. He beat Turkey, he beat Nerf. Harry Porra is the best.
it's the best. Well, you know what also smells really good is the Buffalo Wild Wings behind us. I just have to share that knowledge with you guys so you can also know exactly what you're smelling.
Is it an ad though?
smells
what?
good, man.
Is it an ad?
Ad? No, it's not an ad.
Not an ad.
It's just straight up. There's so much
Alright.
Buffalo Wild Wings behind us. You can see it right here.
I knew you couldn't beat that so well.
No, there was no way. That would not have been subtle. That would have just been terrible. In fact, they pull the cane, they pull me out of here across the stage. But nonetheless, talk to me a little bit about within the camp. I mean, obviously you guys have had to play with, I don't want to say two totally different iterations of a lineup, but you guys have had just a little bit of turbulence within that whole situation, I guess.
You mean
Did Bolts have a bad game last game?
about the last game?
had-
I
he had
think
a good- he had a lot of
the first
assists.
computer he was playing, he was suffering a little bit with the FPS for some reason. We thought it could be the CFG or something like that. We tried to replace it, but it was the same problem. So he changed PCs, and what he said to us at least that he lost his confidence during the match because of dying too much and missing sprays and stuff like that. So he
What-
couldn't really play his own game today.
What do you do when you lose confidence in the middle of a match?
I cry.
Every time.
You just
Uh,
let it
Little
out.
mug.
Every time I lose confidence, I say, Taco, do you want to hear history?
A history?
Yeah.
Can you
We're
tell the
losing
story?
55. Do you think we're good? No, I'm kidding. Every time I lose confidence, if I'm trying too much to be active inside the game, like trying to get actions, trying to get kills, and it's not working, what most of the times I do is take a step back and let the others do the heavy lift, and then I try to work around the information I have and to safer picks. But there are times where everything goes wrong, and I only remember one of them, which was the major match against Astralis, where everything I did against the device was going wrong, and that's one match where I lost all my confidence because everything I was doing, the things I prepared to try to do it against him, I was doing wrong. So I remember there was one round, for example, I said the team and I came to the conclusion that Fallen, stop dying so we can win the round. So don't try anything else. And I'm like, I say in the freeze time, guys, no worries, we're gonna win this one. I won't try anything. So I went bathrooms, like in front of bathrooms, and took the spot looking for Fountain. And I'm like, there's no way I can die here. It's either I'm gonna get a kill in fallback, or there's nothing going to happen. Like for the couple initial seconds, and then comes device from Fontaine, pre-fire on me with an up and a die. There was absolutely nothing I could tell the team. Like, how the hell did you die again? If you just told you wouldn't die, then like I couldn't say anything. That was the most embarrassing moment of my CS:GO career, I would say.
So how do you turn it around then when you have a bad half, it's awful half, 4 and 15 or something like that, and then the next half you get like 15 or 20 kills? Is it just
So-
lucky? Do you just suddenly feel
Yeah,
good
that happens a
again?
lot to me. Like there are a lot of times when the first half isn't that hot, and then the second half the game just happens in a way where I have more opportunities, and then things start flowing my way. So I don't press tab too much, like to check if I'm doing good or bad. I don't think the score and the frags tell everything during a match. So there's a lot of way of being useful to the team that doesn't show in the score. So I don't focus too much on seeing, oh, I'm not doing well, I need to do something else. I'm not this kind of player. If I'm not doing well and the team's winning, that's alright. If the team is losing, then I have to figure out how to win, and I don't think too much about it.
And Bolts could have had like, who knows? Bolts could have had like 90 ADR or something. He had like 11 or 12 assists.
We call him Iniesta this game.
Iniesta?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
always
It's a-
assisting.
always
the passes,
assisting.
because
Oh,
he
okay.
couldn't finish a kill, so he was always making the passes.
The best helper.
Yeah.
Making them plays. So we've got Team Liquid versus Cloud9 coming up.
That's true.
You think Team Liquid could be as good as Cloud9?
Is Cloud9 that good? Okay, too
Ooh,
early?
The E-League 2018 E-League
I'm
Boston
kidding,
Major
they won the
champions.
major. They won the major. I mean, this Cloud9 iteration is pretty good. They all have insane players. And they found a way to play that's fitting in super well. And I don't think the teams find exactly how they're playing so far, so that's why it's working so well. And I think Liquid definitely has what it takes to come at least close to the level the Tier 1 teams are playing, and they have always been a good team. And now with the JDM departure, let's see how the team is going to adapt. I know that Neff is a very good player. He's the kind of star on the teams he has been. At least on Renegades, he was doing a good job. So it's all about how it's going to be the chemistry between Nafly and the other players now. We need more time to see, and this match is a good show-up. If they can beat Cloud9 here, it's a very good sign.
Yesterday, we were on the couch, and Flaren said that he saw some Fallen in Nifty. He said that he saw some Fallen playstyle in Nifty.
I think I even tweeted out to Nift sometimes. He was the mini falling or something like that.
Mini
There
falling,
was
yeah.
some kind of joke
Damn, you
on that
blessed
way.
him with that
And
compliment.
I say that because he was in game leading and Alpin as well. And I think he's definitely a good operator. And I can see some of his when he's doing some plays, he's very flashy with the WP, very good on movements and some flicks. And I can definitely see myself on him on some plays. But only time will tell. I think he has a lot of English is hard, right?
Potential?
A lot of potential, yeah.
I think
He needs to show more, but he has it.
I think also, well, I think I'm worried because without Nafly, so when Nafly came in, it seemed like Renegades were like finally a good team. They could actually win stuff.
They even won a tournament against GP, right? I think it was in China.
Yes, in China, they almost qualified for ECS.
Oh,
All
sorry.
right.
I'm sorry. Are
No,
we
wait.
not including you in the conversation?
It's really hard to do that without talking, to try and synchronize.
It's
Okay, anyway,
nuts.
continue.
Please,
I
don't
need to pee. I'm out of here, man.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
That was a little, Well, anyway, it does appear that we do have the maps for the veto here. Cloud9 and Liquid, our second upper bracket game of the day. And I don't want to put you on the spot and say, like, who do you got in this one?
Who I got? I have to go with Steel. I got Steel. Steel is good. Oh, this is him, my friend. Hey, man. You have to do a good match for the Brazilians, for your old teammates.
You guys have a funny way of telling stories. We were in the bus on the way here, and Steele was just telling us about how he had this fish tank in Brazil and how he owned a shark. And he was like, yeah,
He
you know,
owned a shark?
what? Finding Nemo or whatever. He's like, yeah, I own a shark. And then they're like, no, you don't really own a shark. And he's like, I know, but wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, he's a good storyteller. Steel's an awesome guy. I'm going to be cheering for him. He and Zeus, the Brazilian fellas on Liquid. Show them now the Brazilian spirit. Let's see, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. I think Cloud9 is the hottest team right now for them to be playing against. There's always this clash, right, between Cloud9 and the other American teams. And I feel like, I'm not an American to say that, but I feel like every single team when they play Cloud9, they think too much. Like they overthink because they have so much history playing against themselves, and I think Cloud9 had the upper hand in most of them. So when they play each other, it feels like they play a little bit different because they're playing Cloud9. At least that's what I felt in the other seasons.
You know, at the major when you guys played them on Mirage, I felt like you guys were very timid.
Yeah, we had the wrong approach in Mirage, and there's a lot of reasons for that. We were very tired. We didn't fight mid enough during that match, and we had the flaws, mainly on the A side, with the Phelps combination there. And I had a pretty awful first half as well. Like I think I got 3 or 4 kills at all, so I didn't help too much. So everything went very their way on the first half. That's why we couldn't show much, and definitely we are not trying too much. Like Fer didn't do an aggression that worked out. I couldn't kill anyone as well. So everything was very deep for us in the first half. That's why it looked that way. So what are the maps?
We have
Remove and Inferno. Liquid?
Cobble, Mirage, and then we're going to Train. And it looks like Liquid. Let's see, Liquid vetoed Inferno.
Yeah.
because
Cloud9,
yesterday they played
Train.
it
Wait,
badly
Nuke.
against NIP.
Cloud9 vetoes Nuke.
Yeah, so that's curious, right? Because JDM was an important piece on Liquid Inferno. Like he was very good mainly on playing on A side, and now they couldn't find the same game with Knife so far.
Who do you
What's
got
up,
this
Chris?
It's Christopher
What's up?
Alisson.
What?
Alisson.
Allison.
Oli-
I messed
You
it up
said
the first
that.
time.
That's the city in
Allison.
Denmark.
Allison.
Stunna. Okay.
Well, then I said it right the first time, and then I don't know. It doesn't matter.
So, okay. Well, Cobble, Mirage, and Train.
Yep.
So 2-0 Team Liquid.
You think so?
I don't think Cloud9 could lose Mirage.
I don't know. Just like wild guessing here, you know. Why not? Because like
Shots in the dark.
major champions usually have a little problem
I
after
can
winning a
confirm.
big tournament.
I can
right?
confirm.
Yeah.
We lost to Tyloo.
Yeah, that's
You lost to Tyloo?
Best
Malmo.
of 3, actually.
At Malmo, yeah?
eventually, it always goes well in the beginning, like for the first game-ish, something like that, and
Can
then
agree
all
to
in
it.
suddenly you lose 2 games straight out or something like that.
Didn't get out of the tournament.
So I guess it's that time now, or you know, SK gonna win later on. You know, I don't know. We'll see. But I'd rather do like that. You know, like why go for a more safe pick and say C9 win it because they're so good on Mirage, etc. like that. But I don't know.
And I don't think it's a.
Don't stop believing, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's more like that. You know, like Team Liquid is a great team, but they just adding NAF. I don't know how many days they have, like 1-2 days maybe max.
They played a couple of matches
Yeah.
online, that's it.
Oh, online? Oh, they did? Are you sure about that? Didn't they just get official?
I
I
think it's
actually
pretty
have
recent.
no idea.
Not more than 1 week. would
But
say.
I thought
Yeah.
they
Well
might
done.
have.
Yeah.
So let's say like the random factor, you know, because he's just adding to the team, he's losing up everything. They haven't done anything, you know, strict and basing on tactics, etc. like that. So I will believe that Team Liquid has a higher chance of winning this game than it would be probably in 6 months when Cloud9 maybe have been, you know, becoming more stable and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's what I would take from this game.
Well, the heels are the major thing I can understand.
But yeah,
I can see that. Makes sense. I mean, examples of it before, but I know the vibe you're talking about within like the team camp.
yeah. I mean, it's just looking on, you know, Fallen and those guys when they joined LG and like reswamped the whole team and everything like that. No one didn't really believe them then in the beginning, and then they went to DreamHack Winter, got 16-0 the first game, and then all of a sudden, you know, they got racked up because you guys, what was it? You had like maybe 1 map, 2 maps practice.
We didn't practice anyone.
Okay, you did even
tried
worse,
it
you
right
know,
away,
and
yeah.
you know, you had that random factor because you have nothing, not
No
even
one
a
has an
standard.
idea,
You know, you talked about it, but you're not sure because everyone wants to play well, and then they do, you know, that random factor thing that happens inside of the game. So you came second on the tournament.
Yeah.
You know, why not? You know,
Why
that's always what I go with because CS is so special in that sentence because every time people do roster changes, it usually goes well directly. So I don't know.
Like you
Including
guys.
yourself,
Yes, right?
mainly.
Even with you guys added Resin Draken, then you and Forrest started playing really well.
Every time Mike Lily was back, they won a tournament. It felt like that.
Yep. What was the one with was the Star Series when you went with Makalele?
Yeah.
That was a good run.
Yeah, it was strange tournament though, and, you know, like I was super sick and everything. But
Good times.
I asked Valve today, is it live?
Yeah, I guess so.
I asked
Yes.
Valve today what do you have for breakfast because it was killing too much. And then he said, I'm sick. I was like, Jesus, imagine this guy when he's healthy.
Yeah, he was on one today, by
Yeah.
far, both maps.
Here we go.
Pistol round, Cloud9, Team Liquid, the second upper bracket game of the day, a best of 3. Sure to deliver. Twist picking up the opening kill of the series onto Skadoodle. Yeah. What do you see in this pistol round so far, guys?
We see a beautiful burst from Twist, and they went up with the initial process of getting the A control first, and now the CTs have almost no idea how they're going to close it. And it's funny because if it was a practice, everyone would be pushing to get information, but now it's live. Everyone is scared and they're holding, so that's good.
Ain't no scrimming going on here, right?
Yeah.
I think you're calling them out.
Not yet, at least.
So that's actually SK pistol, but alright. Liquid is doing the exact pistol we do.
Yeah,
They just showed up on B.
I'm very surprised as we played Liquid yesterday on Cobble that I think Steel actually had Smoke and a Molotov last time. And now he has actually armor for this pistol run. They did exactly the same pistol run. So they're gonna hit on A here really soon, and they were supposed to smoke heaven and then doors, but now they skipped the heaven smoke, I guess. So they're gonna just attack the site here, you know.
One last support.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's a good crossfire. 3 back of the site. Tarek from heaven looking for the first kill, and it's actually the second headshot. So now 2-on-2. Rat hole has been taken care of. It's hard for Elise to aggress here without making noise. Got to crouch through the vent and automatic on the site in a pretty precarious spot. He can be the make or break for Cloud9 on this round. As they push up, he spots the shadow. They don't expect them to be there. Steel goes down with the bomb in hand, and Elise gets pushed back to the stables.
If only they had copied it entirely, they'd have a smoke there. It would work.
If they had the heaven smoke?
Yeah, you saw Tarek did a pretty good damage from there. If there was a smoke.
Why did they skip it? Because they wanted to save money?
Well,
or get armor?
Should I give an honest answer?
Yes.
Because they're bad.
Well, damn.
No? That was really harsh.
Hey, if you're not going to be honest,
guys.
why say anything?
That was bad falling, sorry.
Oh my
but
gosh,
why do you have
coming
to
in.
always bring up a name that says bad fallen? Why can't you just be fallen?
No, because falling
Because
never
then
say
it's
Is
that.
that
Fallen's
like a
fault.
thing that you can be like,
It's alter
hey,
ego.
I have 2 personality. It's fine if I'm bad fallen because everyone knows I'm bad fallen, and when I'm fallen, I'm a good fallen.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
So
Dr. Disrespect.
that's bad manner.
Yeah, it is.
Just be like you are.
But it's
be
But I
not-
have
bad
two faces.
manner.
I have to choose one.
Well, yeah, according to
Okay, so-
HLTV.org, you're two-faced fallen,
Exactly.
you know, so.
Some call me Victor, two-faced Toledo.
Oh,
I haven't heard that one. Actually.
Yeah.
Batman villain.
Or
Pretty new.
it's a combination of me and Taz, right? The most
So-
two-faced players in Counter-Strike.
If Batman was Bruce Wayne, does that mean like the Penguin also had, you know, because if he's bad, then obviously he's got to have a real day job too, right? Is that the
I didn't understand what you said, so I hope you answer, Launders.
Yes, Launders
I
understood.
agree.
And they are getting equal.
I can't
Oh.
even understand what the real question was.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
You
no, I was
use
thinking
some
about
words
I was
that-
thinking about how it's good fallen, bad fallen.
Mm-hmm.
Good fallen is on the clock, bad fallen's on the clock. It's just 2 different personas.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying maybe the Penguin or whoever villain is would have an alter ego. Would be a good guy. too.
Exactly.
I like Victor Toledo.
Victor Toledo, right? Yeah.
But you know what?
No, you have
Taz,
to put two-faced in the middle.
Taz
Victor
isn't-
two-faced Toledo.
is Taz two-faced though? Because Taz is just always like that, like himself.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not what the forum says. The forum says he's two-faced as well. That's why
Oh, really?
we always call ourselves that way.
You know the forums. It's crazy how much they actually know. It's insane.
Actually, did you really think about what Just Fallen said? It sounded like that Taz and him has a secret society
Exactly.
when they can talk about evil stuff.
We call ourselves like Gabriel two-faced Victas and Victor two-faced Toledo.
Huh.
That's just how it is.
But I mean, you can't only be 2 persons. Is everything secret about the whole society?
well, can't really tell you the details, right?
It's like a league of.
I can't really tell you where Taz is going right now, but I know it.
Oh,
wow.
Kingwin,
Taz the face confirmed.
Can't confirm.
G2, Taz.
I miss you, Taz. I really hope Virtus Pro on the last tournament will be there. They're funny guys to chew around.
I just can't wait for more moments where you get to see Snacks hug Michu. The
Like one
biggest
of
and the
those old
smallest guy
ones?
in Counter-Strike.
Didn't they do it before when he was standing?
Yeah.
I think there's a hilarious picture of that, or a video, right? It's like on a Starlight at a tournament.
Double, boys, two. Oh, 1v1.
1v1. Skadoodle. He can take position.
Skadaddy.
Bombs up on the plat.
50 bucks on Nitro.
Ooh.
Ooh.
takes
That man. He's only got the MP9 from a distance, but he switched out to the
You
CZ.
said 50?
50.
You gonna match it?
Yeah, fuck it.
Put some
time
skins
pass,
up.
alright.
Fuck it.
50,
Yeah.
Fallen, Nitro, 50 Skadoodle, Rock.
All right, I'm gonna put 50 on time running out.
Can I change my
No,
bet?
no.
It's too late.
I lost.
No,
oh my
you
gosh,
didn't lose.
Nitro.
No,
Skadoodle
no,
it's
heard
fine.
the drop.
He's gonna
He's
win
gonna
it.
get away. Plan will go down.
Oh,
No kit.
Oh,
Oh.
go.
I put
Scott's
safe.
got a
Come
push.
on,
100 now.
Scott. Come on,
100.
Scott.
No time. Oh, it's over. It's over.
Oh,
There's no way he's gonna
Oh
win
my
this.
God, yeah, that's
No,
right.
he's
I
gonna
lost
win.
money.
He's
Scott's
gonna
gonna
he's
jump
gonna
up.
one-shot him. Yes,
Baits out
Nitro's
some
gonna
bullets.
one-shot him.
12 bullets
100%.
total.
Oh.
No.
So, do you have the money here? I mean, like, can everyone change the scene? I want to see it when he gives me $50 for
We
that.
need
You should
witnesses.
do
to
PayPal.
this.
as
All
a
right,
chargeback.
I didn't exactly say which currency would it be, so I don't even remember where is this from. But
So
Is it real?
It's
in
paid.
front of me. If
I'm gonna give you 100 because I only have this one, right? So it's double what I promised.
I'm not even sure this is money.
It's money.
I think it's the. isn't
Oh,
that
it's
the-
got.
I
Russian-
don't
it's got
remember where I
Ru-
got
think
it.
it's
Ukraine,
Russian.
Russia.
Show it, camera. Show it. I'm paying it. It's paid. I
Can we
think
get a
it's
zoom here?
Ukrainian money.
Yeah,
could be
we've
wrong.
got some Russian characters on
So
there.
I'm paying you double now, okay?
Oh, that's actually pretty good. Should
Wow,
we do
100 of
double
that.
or nothing?
The
Because
official
you wanna win
transaction.
that
I
one?
have more here, man. From
Yeah,
what
but
this one
you
comes.
want to win it back, you know.
All right, let's see. Let's
Okay,
keep
so
it on.
next 101. I
Alright.
choose first. Then.
Okay, okay.
Well, check it out. We've got some weapons in this round. Liquid going to grab an op there on Nitro. And Cloud9, you know, having these SMGs. Tomas, one M4 to boot there on Skadoodle. Another slow round. Just getting started.
Both teams got equal, right? But I can't say much about those rounds because we always get equal too. But sometimes we win equals as well. So it's a pretty different round.
Do you think it's their fault? They try to go long B, and then sometimes it just falls apart.
It's hard to say whose fault. Sometimes just go this way.
Such is life.
I think
as we
CZ is
say.
too strong right now, to be honestly. The far rate is insane. It's most of the time it's better than a lot of guns on some encounters, like some fights.
You know what the problem is? They balance so that it's really good at getting one kill, but then doesn't have a lot of bullets. It's hard to reload all that stuff.
Yeah.
But one kill is all you need, right?
Exactly. Sometimes it is, yeah. I think the far rate should be a little bit lower. That would help.
Is he said?
Yeah.
Don't touch my CZ, please.
If you start firing versus an AK, this is gonna kill faster because it shoots faster. That's what I think it is, right? At least.
Yeah, it might be the same amount of bullets. We need a nerd to look at that.
Yeah.
You heard that, Twitch chat? Nerds, get your calculators out.
I think they did Heaven Smoke now.
Good.
But
Oh, automatic.
5
Oh,
alcohols,
he's actually gonna shoot right
automatic
away.
up high, grabs the kill on Naf. Naf is able to take out Skadoodle before he dies. Twist though, Nitro, and just like that, it's down to Stu and Rush. Make it just Stu at 15
Okay,
HP.
misses the smoke, actually.
No kit, full mouse 1 W in effect, trying to get as many as he can before
That
he
was a good
dies. 2-2.
That was
Cloud9
they just
Liquid.
recovered those AKs, right? That was a force that they didn't all have guns in.
Or I mean, they had pretty full buy there, Liquid though. There was like
Yeah.
only one who has pistols.
Oh, they
so I
sent
think
Naf out first. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was actually was like it was a full buy run in general, but the only negative part was that Cloud9 had like 2 MP9s. If you look at like what people were having, and the positioning of that was kind of so-so if you ask me. Like the guy there and close to Matrix who would boost it up, he was like kind of left alone there, you know. And the other guy was also left alone, so he got easily, you know, killed from the guys who running out from Matrix.
I remember with Oakland, I think I was playing in the finals. I was on A side, anti-equal as well. I think they had one flash and a deagle, and we lost the round. After that, I never stood on side anymore on anti-equals.
Nope, that's
It was
on
basically like that.
Anticos,
I was on the SWAT, like on the NPC, right? And then someone, I think Freiburg, flashed it over. They started coming in, and I think Forrest went to the wood there, and I tried to pick, and I got, boom, 1 dig. After that, I kept myself going long A for 7 months.
For 7
If I'm
months.
gonna die, I'm gonna die very far away, so you guys can save it.
You did. Oh
Ooh,
wow, what a
Stu
what a
running
play
in.
for
Oh,
Stewie.
grabbing 3.
Damn.
Big work there with the P250.
Can we have a replay?
Oh my God. Oh,
Play.
that's a
Three.
pog
We're
jam.
playing.
We're definitely probably seeing that again.
You
Definitely
did have a
probably.
round at the major where you stood on top of ABC. You had, I think you had the scout and you got 3 headshots. You remember that?
That was bad falling.
Remember that shit? Shit was crazy, man.
What is that?
This is nice. Turns the flash, makes the most of the time. Headshot, 180 headshot.
Yeah, that was a hard one.
Reset his mouse nicely.
That was definitely very good.
He also got headshotted, like he headshot the guy in the air there as well. That's pretty nice.
That's great. Great play. Young still. Impressing everyone.
It's very mobile on Cobble. He plays he goes from A to B, and sometimes he's like dedicated long B, and he does a good job of like throwing nades and also spamming and stuff like that, not just sitting around.
Can he hold drop zone though?
That's for Rush.
Okay.
Of course.
Can't do it like you.
You always put the set guy on drop.
It's so boring. It's just Just a few guys.
Are you still
holding
playing drop, Chris?
Man, I've been doing it since Cobble was released and go. It's
I feel you.
interesting, you know.
I have never been on drop. That's the beauty of being the game leader.
Oh, so you can put yourself
Yeah,
in a
of
good
course.
spot.
Definitely.
Long on.
Maybe I should start in game lead so I can put myself in good spots.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Automatic. Grabbing 3 in mid. Gives Cloud9 the 3-man advantage.
Does he have like high sensitivity automatic?
I don't think it's. I think it's a round 2.
Round 2?
Around 2. Maybe a little less. 1.8, something like that.
So yeah, at least he can dodge flashes. Wow.
I didn't notice Freiburg would do a lot as you look down.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like turn all the way around.
I used to remember when I played in 1.6 with SK Gaming. Kind of hilarious though, SK Gaming over there. Anyway, I play with Face, you know, the Swedish player, and he was always the guy like holding alone on the like smaller bomb
It was
sites.
pretty good.
It was really good on it, but the funny part was like I don't understand it because how he could like be that good. Mostly because his sensitivity was like 1.2.
Very low.
And every time he was turning away from flash, it was like always like outside the mouse pad, outside the mouse pad, outside the mouse
Off the
pad.
whole table,
Yeah.
just gone.
And then he somehow always survived, and then he killed like 4 people. You're like,
His aim was insane.
yeah. Like he came up with some weird flashes. Shit.
There's still a position on train that we call his name.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Where?
it's like push it, be train. But he would go through the ladder that makes you go to the house, but he stood there, on the way there.
Yeah.
We call it face.
That's actually a pretty neat spot. But 1.6 train was so much better. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, the only negative part was like so seated.
I mean,
I
just getting underneath the trains was a totally different, totally different experience.
I mean, if you had good movement and everything, you can jump from like ladder, from heaven to 6, under 6 to 5.
I
and
loved it.
You just disappeared. It was so hilarious.
Skate around the whole yard. As Cloud9 skates around Team Liquid in that round, leaving 3 alive. Off of the AWP of Skadoodle stays in his hands. 5-2 is your score.
I will do like this since I need to go and eat and we're going to prepare for a game later on. I will bet the money that I won from Fallen that Team Liquid will win.
The whole game.
Really?
Yeah, they will win the game.
They'll win
The whole
game.
match.
Yeah.
That's a brave prediction.
That's
So
considering
I
the
will just leave
scoreline,
it here. So if someone's going to bet against me, they know where to
I feel
find
like you
me.
just
Alright.
don't care very much about the money, Chris.
I think that's like 10 sec.
So I just got updated here. Fallen just gave you $3.57 in Ukrainian currency. All right, Chris. That was a good bet.
So that's like
I think that was bad Fallen that
29
handed you the
sec
money.
then, or 28,
Yeah.
something like that.
That's about what the
That's
chili
like-
poppers at Max Burger.
Yeah, something like that.
Cup of coffee.
You get easily like half of a kebab back in Sweden.
Nice.
With
Yeah?
it, so yeah, just a half.
Just
cut,
uh,
cut the pita
Yeah,
right
so
in
you
half.
go there and you pay it. You're like, yeah, I only want a half. Okay, so
And they put the
20,
meatballs in your hand.
Then you give it to you. No, that is never gonna happen. You know.
Can I have a French fry, please?
You know something funny about sometimes in Sweden, when we were in Stockholm, we Brazilians were very used to eat rice, French fries, and some meat, and most of the times beans as well. So that's like Brazilian most typical dish. And then when we were in Swedish, we were like, we want rice, French fries, and kebab, or chicken. Sometimes we're like, no, you can't have it. We're like, why not? It's either rice or French fries. You can have both, but we can pay. Just charge it. No, we don't give you both. A lot of times.
Really?
Really, for real.
What's wrong with
We
Swedish
got so
people,
frustrated.
Christopher?
I don't know. It sounds ridiculous. I can only. I need a question to be asked here. Getting an answer for. Was it at the Falafel Kungen?
Falafel?
Yeah. Was it at Falafel Kungen?
No, I think it was a normal kebab, like on the meat itself.
That's weird though, because usually they always give you extra if you want and everything
Yeah,
like
so
that and mix
there
it
was
up,
some
so.
it's right up the corner of the Stockholm. I still remember the place. They don't give you rice and fries.
Was
They
it
pay
like
that.
close to Infernal Line?
Yeah,
Oh.
on the right corner. Yeah, never went back there.
Oh, actually, that one is closed down though.
Really?
Yeah. I think there's actually an Indian place there now. Never
Right.
eaten
Hopes
there.
they serve fries with rice. If it's not too much to ask for.
Anyway, have fun, guys. Catch you in a bit.
Good luck, Chris.
Chris is getting farther and farther away from this money.
And here it sits next to me.
It's a Starbucks. It's a Starbucks easily.
Yeah.
And in the last round,
Nice venti.
Tarek Skadoodle, 2 ops. I believe it was against Steel, who was already pretty low. So
This is getting.
6-2.
Oh,
Cloud9.
oh, oh! Walk still. No. Oh. Skadoodle.
Skadoodle taking down Steel with AWP there in the halls.
I think it was a good try.
Did
Kinda
you
had
do
to,
last
right?
time? Did you do a Brazilian cast for the Brazilian fans?
Brazilian cast?
Yeah, cast in Portuguese.
Oh, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. since I
Retired?
cast anything. I'm retired. I'm just waiting for my skill to go down, then I can start working on something else.
The
But
transitions.
yeah, it's gonna take more 2 or 3 weeks, I think.
What's next for
Then
what's
can
next for
retire.
Fallen? You know, after Get Right's career, he wanted to be a chef.
Chef?
Yeah.
Oh,
What about
I
you?
won't be a chef.
If no for
That's
no
for sure.
Counter-Strike, if not for Counter-Strike, what would you be homeless?
Well, it's a very hard question to answer, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff to do.
It's a huge what if.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't have this answer, but there are so many things I can do, and sometimes when you have too much options, you do nothing. Just scared of that.
Say thank God for Twitch.
I think the real win there is when you find something that you enjoy to do. If you can do it day on, day out.
Yeah, definitely.
And not.
And you can find
I'm
someone
gonna
to
go
pay.
back to Games Academy and teach people again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just, dude, it's such a work ethic down there. Love it, man.
Do you guys work hard?
We work hard,
Yeah.
definitely.
Jordan told you about he used to have the picture of your guys' room in your old house. I think when you first moved to the States, it used to be his background on his computer to keep motivation up.
Really? Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him. That's good to know.
He's good people, man.
Yeah, I love Jordan.
As much shit as I give Jordan, he's still good people.
Yeah.
I'll never let him off the chain of like hygiene and like, you know, maybe bathing a little more. But other than that, yeah, it's fine.
This guy is insane.
That's right. Cloud9 grabbing an 8th round there.
That's a real problem, right? When you can't kill the guy who's just playing forward A, like usually you try to get them to push back.
Yeah, so what's happening with Liquid right now, at least 2 times they tried to go away, automatically had like 2 or 3 kills, and then it's a very difficult game to play because you can't really trade the guy. So I think they need to change the way they're getting the A control if they want to keep with this kind of strategies, because the way it is right now, automatic is wrecking them.
Yeah, so if someone's playing in danger, what's like, are they doing it right, but he's just too good, or how could they?
Being honest, I hate fighting people in danger.
Mhm.
There was one team back in the days, it was North actually, they loved to play config and A's on drop, on danger, and we know that, but so we prepared ourselves to really flash someone into it, and it worked pretty well, but most of the time teams doesn't really play it there. And that's why I think he's having so much success, like, people sometimes are not expecting him to stay there. So it's really hard, because it's not a very used position.
So Stewie said about FaZe, he said that they gave him too much respect in the final.
For who?
That FaZe gave Cloud9 too much respect in the final.
Being honest, I think FaZe would have that match if there was one guy short A that had the chance to kill Tarek over the box on the A side. That specific round was 15-11. They would have won the game.
Oh, wow.
So it's for me, it was some kind of magic for Cloud9. Sometimes it is how it is.
You know what, Fallen? We'll take it.
NA is
We'll take it.
An NA major's an NA major, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're saying they're a little bit scared, and definitely they should be. Like,
But
they're so excited to win it. There's a lot of crowd against them. The game is getting harder. And then Cloud9 start playing super well after 15-11, like some very good plays, some very good reads. And they just couldn't find the perfect strategy to beat. And it came down to some 2v1s as well. Like Guardian had a chance to finish the game as well on triple when they planted the bomb on B. It was a very good game. One of the best matches I've ever watched.
Did you expect to beat Cloud9? I mean, naturally you expect to win your games most of the time anyway, but because of you didn't practice the major, were you just kind of okay either way?
Well, we expect to beat them,
Yeah.
even if we had playing 2 BO3s, but they play better than us, that's for sure. Mainly the first map, they really surprised us and played way
Mirage?
better than us. I think if Inferno we could have beat them as well, but with the Inferno we have today, I think we'll be able to beat them. Back in the day, with the little less things we had organized, with like little less coordination, I think it was enough to beat them. They play super well.
What did you change? Why is your Inferno better
Can't
now?
really tell you.
No, secret.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go on
If
the
I
demos.
tell you, I'm going to lose all the magic.
I'll put it on YouTube. Keep Cloud9 ahead.
But I
Family
think we
recipe.
are a little bit more organized on Inferno right now. We changed some stuff.
yeah.
And I think if we had to rematch then, and actually we did, we beat Cloud9 on Internet 16-5. Of course, it's not the same game, it's an internet atmosphere, but we beat them in Inferno last time.
When it's like two teams like you guys, I mean, if you guys play each other online, you still take it seriously, right?
On that game, I think the prize pool was 20,000 and 10,000 more for the first game, but it's way more than the money. It's the proud. We wanted to beat them. So that game we were very, very excited to beat them. So we gave everything we could.
So we got kind of a pivotal round right now, 9-2. I mean, the game's getting away from Liquid, obviously. they've come close to winning rounds. They have some problems in the early rounds where they can't even kill Tim and at A. Here, I think Stew's already actually moved over to A. This round is, oh no, he's at B. Who is that? Oh, Skadoodle. Do you think they need a, it's really easy to move a guy back from A, right? Do they need to flash him or?
Skadoodle has too much information. Like there is no one on A. He doesn't listen to anything mid, so they're playing very closely to 4B. And Cloud9 is going B. That doesn't mean they can't win it, but they're gonna need the entries. They're gonna need to have success with someone being flashed or something like that. Because if the first kills start going the CT way, then only a perfect play from someone else getting multiple kills is gonna save them. So they got drop control now. They're trying to split B. There's someone on Fontaine. So this first kill is going to be very important. And the way Automatic is hiding right there, where we call Tarek, is very important place for Cloud9 right now.
Coming out into the site, Automatic with that spray one more time, making an appearance on the other side of the map this time around. Almost gets a dink. Looks like a lot of damage was dealt. And Tarek's here as the cleanup crew, and the corner of the spray kills Steel. But that came down to information.
Yeah, that position, we call it a Tarek in our team. And it's a very difficult position because you can really easily kill people going down platform, and it's very easy to really show up and kill people on drop as well. So when you do those fast splits, and as they had so many people to bait him out, it's definitely going to work. So that's why they won the round. So it's very good read from Cloud9, and it's Team Liquid being punished because they are not really taking away information, and Cloud9 is very how can I say it? They're feeling the game right now. So this play Skadoodle was doing, if he was not feeling it, he would never go for this pick alone. But he's just confident.
Now,
those things help.
Now Skadoodle's lost his friend at lower mid. Obviously, some attention's going to come towards him. He gets that first kill. Do they want to just forget about him? It might not matter, actually, as Rush is up here, shooting people in the back as well. Doing a great job in the chaos. Wow, 3 kills.
Unbelievable. So, too many people trying to be smart and doing, like, getting control inside the small hut there and things like that, and not really focusing on getting the A side. And Rush should never be able to get those kills. So just unfortunately for Liquid.
So they don't know Skadoodle's up at long A, and they killed his teammate on lower A. Should they have gone up together? Should they have smoked off long A and gone up A?
I think the perfect read would be the guy on danger does not play until someone finds information, so he's just being a lurker and covering their back, and the other guys focus on getting the side. So as soon as Skadoodle maybe shot them crossing to side from long A, then the danger guy can start playing. So there was a bad play for the guy on danger, and too many people trying different stuff instead of focusing on getting the side on the A side right now.
Where did everyone go? Where did they all go?
They left us.
Chicken wings smell too
We
good,
are
man.
borrowing as fuck, so they left us.
The cheese sticks are good, but the chicken was very average, I thought. That might be controversial. I don't care. I'm a controversial man. Don't forget about me over here.
I'm hungry.
I know you like talking Launders.
I'm hungry, but you know what? I always put work in first place. I'll never leave you guys.
I respect you, Fallen.
I appreciate you.
I respect you, man.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to give me one of your keyboards.
You want one?
I thought you said you were going to give me one.
Wait, all we have to do is ask?
Wasn't it bad falling? All you had to do is ask me.
I was going to give it away, though, because it's too big for me.
I'll get one for you.
I'll do the small ones.
You like the small one?
I'll do a Twitter. You have small ones?
I have small one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk, baby.
I want a 65%. What do I have to do?
All you have to do is ask.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone. Just ask.
Everyone?
No, not really everyone.
You know we're on stream, right?
My company's going to bankrupt.
Someone, but not everyone.
All right, James.
Well, Steel's in the close quarters with a CZ. He wants to be the can opener. He wants to spill the beans.
What secrets does he have to tell, James?
That is the question. Although, there's still a big focus towards the A site, so it seems they're going to make a play. They're taking this quite seriously, Liquid. They were scrimming the talked guys, and they said that they were like hyper-aggressive on their CT side, but the way this is going, we might not see a CT side from Liquid.
We might not see a CT side indeed, James. This is going horrible.
This is not good, man.
Yeah, Cloud9 is playing superb right now, and Liquid doesn't have many options to really fight it right now, and even skill-wise, those kind of multiple kills every time happening over and over again.
Do you talk to Steel much?
Mostly of the time is only on the tournaments. We're not that close, like talking every day, but we always had a good time when we are close to each other. He's a very friendly guy, and we always like to be around him.
Are you guys still in the same place?
We are still the same place, yeah.
Need to get a boat out, man.
Oh,
Get on that C.
that's the first time I see they try to go platform actually. No, not that game.
Yeah, Stewie. Yeah, Stewie's
Like
been
all
playing
together
the
like that?
statue a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I
Maybe
guess the
worked
only
well.
other time they got ecoed.
So it's difficult because when you have a new player on the team, that if you're calling or even for Zeus as the coach, it's very hard to try to pre-structure it because you simply don't have enough practice on it to really make it work and have all the variances that can happen in every strategy really start out in everyone's mind. But at the same time, do you want to play YOLO and try to win some games, but you know that it's not going to last forever? So maybe Liquid is trying to organize themselves as much as they can with the lack of time they have on adding Netfly, and sometimes it just doesn't pay out at the beginning.
It's really important to develop that familiarity with your teammates. So, you know, in certain situations, you expect this of them, they expect this of you, which means less communication, which means you can focus that limited communication on other things.
Yeah, it doesn't imply that they couldn't have done better, but it's definitely take parts on it.
So I feel like the weird thing is, in my opinion, is that Nafly, I guess, you know, there's a couple of new changes, but Nafly should be the easiest guy to replace because he's lurking. No?
The problem is they took out the AWP, right? They took out JDM.
Yeah, yeah.
And that changed a lot of the structure. So you have Nitro sometimes getting to be the AWPer, which I don't agree with. Sometimes you change players to be the AWPer, and I don't think it works. Like, I was very surprised that I tried to do that with Device and Dupree. Like, for me, one of the silliest movies ever. Doesn't make any sense. Dupree is awesome what he does. Device is awesome what he does as well, so there's no point on that change. But yeah, sometimes you never know. Could have it work better.
It's almost like they've changed 3 people at once because they haven't had enough time to practice with Steel. Nitro has a different role, Nafla's coming in as well, so that's a lot of your team.
Exactly.
Which means it's going to take quite a while for them to solidify, or it normally would. Second half pistol,
3
looks like it's
headshots
going the
from
Oh,
way of Team Liquid.
Fourth.
Yeah.
$50 on the fourth. Oh, I got it.
Damn.
You have to pay me now, Launders. I
All
said
right.
it before he got
Yes,
the kill.
I'll use my own money here.
What country is that from?
This is from Ukraine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Take a look.
Ukrainian cash. I have a lot of currencies. I have a drawer just with different currencies and bundles from just all kinds of countries.
I have a lot of them on my wallet. I don't know where I keep it.
When I was a
I have
kid,
always the hope that sometimes I go visit back this country and it's gonna be useful. But sometimes it takes ages to
you
get there.
keep them in your wallet.
Yeah.
What's funny is that all these currencies, but so much of the UK currency has changed. I've been away for so long, I come back with currency I can't even use anymore in my own country. Because they changed the notes to like plastic notes now. So I've got lots of coins and notes which I just can't even use, like UK money.
I had a money collection, but it all disappeared because I used to love buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I'd go and trade them at the bank for real money, and then buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
That's harsh, man. That's harsh. Those FPL plays, those ranky ass plays, they just keep coming.
Scout shot.
Yeah, that was a crazy shot from Stewie. I know a guy who can do this kind of shots with a scout.
Yeah. It looks a lot like you, huh?
I didn't say that.
I didn't. I mean, I wasn't implying anything.
Darker glasses.
So they're gonna try to execute A. They don't have nades, which can be helpful for Team Liquid. So, but the fact that they don't even gonna smoke door doesn't really take a stand. Or doesn't even matter right now because there is no one close to the pillar to be helping on the cross. So I think Cloud9 is gonna win this round.
3 up. They've got man advantage still. Pushing at the site. Stewie also
You're
deals
stunned.
with the guy in lower. That's going to be their main pain point. Everyone else is just rotating, so it seems like the call is good. Cloud9 should have an easy time winning this round now.
There's no money for Liquid, is there? That frag probably makes them a lot more likely to go for this. Did wonder if it was
They
guaranteed,
can
but
go now.
definitely is now. Those are very early frags as well. There's a reasonable time on the clock, though Elige is the only man with a kit, so got to pay attention if he goes down, where he goes down, because that will matter. Twist at crappy range of the UMP, and they're just not giving up the kills. Tarek with the scout once again. This round is most certainly one Twist in a sandwich. Not quite an uncrustable though.
So yeah, like this plays from automatic. That's the kind of a buggy play that you don't want to be having on tournaments because it made everything so much more difficult because of trying to push door like that. And it would be a very much easier round if you just stood alive somewhere. And I mean, it's just overconfidence. He's feeling it.
Feeling himself.
As I like to say on my team, like sometimes when you lose 2v5, 2v4, it's normally the first guy who dies who is the one to blame. Because he really decided to make something stupid, and all the others were just reacting to what happened. So mainly all those throws when you lose rounds very winnable. It starts with someone making them play at first.
That's a good point, actually. Most of the domino effects, but it's that first domino which is the main problem. I'll make sure to dissect it. In those rounds.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you're playing a 4v2. If you don't want to be the guy doing some mistake, right?
Yeah.
So you can't really play scared at all because you're gonna give them so much space. But you have to play the info game, because once you know where one is, it's way easier to set something up to kill him, and then even if one guy dies, it's a 3v1 after, and you have more information after. So if you guys are playing Counter-Strike and you are going over a 4v2 situation and you think you could be this guy, they want to blame. Just play for info. Keep strafing, keep getting information, and once you have it, don't overpick. Don't try to kill him alone. Like
Don't be a hero.
Yeah, don't be a hero.
Don't be a hero.
A long time ago when I interviewed you at Columbus after you won, we were talking about the Liquid match where you came back, obviously, you know, 10 match points or whatever it was. And you said that Cold Zera, after somebody made a Simple made a really aggressive play, he said, oh, "Okay, guys, we can win." You said, "Okay, guys,
Yeah,
we
so
can win this
the
game."
problem with Simple back in the days is that he was an outstanding player, but he really doesn't knew much about roles. And every time he was lurking, he would try to play first instead of letting the other teams do something. There was a 5v4 on Cash where he was, their team got the B side and he was mid. And then we were like starting to rotate from A to B, and then went to the white box, and Simple just crossed the smoke mid to kill someone. And then when he died, we're like, okay, can we take this now? And then we took the side and won a very important round that we would never win if he just didn't try to be a hero.
Crazy.
Columbus was quite interesting as far as Simple's concerned, because you could really see, especially like when he was on the T side, he would overextend if he was cheered on by the crowd. I think he had like big adrenaline rushes, so he would do like a flashy kill, and the crowd would go nuts. And like at some point, you might want to just retreat or something. But because he was egged on so much, he would just like keep going. Let's find more kills and stuff. Like he was very.
Yeah, I think Simple changed it a lot, and he's way more structured as a player right now on Navi. But back in the days, he was so skilled and so used to a pug style, like to really do the plays by himself, that those things were never on his mind. So he was always chasing something, always trying to be the guy who is deciding. And that's a problem. When everyone on the team is trying to decide, or when someone really starts the domino effect, it can go bad. So
I have another example actually. When he used to play on Liquid with Adren, there was a round on Dust 2 where I think there were CTs, and Simple had the AWP and was hunting someone he was trying to save. And Adren felt compelled to follow him in case something went wrong, because you don't want an AWP to get into the hands of the other team, and then they both died, which was
disaster.
a good, but it was a good example of like old Simple versus
He reacted
hashtag
to
new
what he was
Simple.
doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you try too much, you complicate things. So the decisions you take in the match can and will influence, like, I don't know the in English, but you make the others act differently because of
Yeah,
it.
it was like a whirlpool of destruction where they all sank into it, and yeah.
I want to ask you because you know this game might end here now. What would you say? What would you say to a new IGL that's IGLing it like, you know, open IM main or something like that, for how they should create a basic structure for a team, for a new team? What's the most important?
I think the first part is deciding which map you're gonna practice.
Okay.
Honestly, let's see these rounds first, so I can think.
Yeah, we can do the post game.
I'm kidding. Yeah, but this is or no.
Okay, this is definitely also fight
Oh.
for.
Twist, man.
And just going nuclear with the 3K.
Yeah.
Automatic spat damage now, and he can still win this. Steel is in the red, and his teammate is on fire.
So smoke? Okay, that's something.
I'm gonna bet 100 against the get right bet. He said he would win.
Oh, what a shot! Damn,
Now
bro.
it's very winnable. Hey, man, you need to step up now.
Uh-oh. He knows where Still was, so there's a couple of places he could
Yeah,
be.
the thing is, now the more he delays, the better it is, because every second it passes, it's another variable that goes to Steel mind. Like after 15 or 20 seconds, he has to look for A already. So Steel is actually being smart and not really waiting for Automatic to do a play. So he's chasing some information, but it's gonna be way harder for him now that Automatic decided to move. There's a lot of clutches where you can win, like a T, just by waiting. I have won some of those, not recently, but like if he just went to platform and hide on church or something like that, you know, just hide. Sometimes the CT has to make a play and you can find them being aggro. I miss those clutches. I won some of them as like this. Well, but now it's who do you think is gonna win, James?
I think automatic because I think the fact Steel doesn't have a diffuse kit, he's probably going to give a sound cue when he gets to the site, and automatic's going to have the advantage.
And Tim, automatic put a very open plant and then played backside, so maybe could confuse.
It's very hard for Steel now. He has to really guess. He's there.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Perfect timing.
Perfect.
Jeez.
So back to the answer you asked me. First thing, if you're setting up a new team, set up the map you want to play first, and then set up the roles. And by the roles, I mean who's gonna play where a CT, like on the most default. Like if you play, for example, train, it's normally 1B, 1 rotating, 3A, right? You just set up the pace, and then after that you set the one kind of default ST as well. When you just try to focus on getting information on what they're doing, getting some space. Two guys, it's normally 2 guys holding B, and then the other 3 you can really make a lot of things with them. But and after that you start slowly. But you try to take everything for every single practice. Once you did the first practice with it, you talk about all things went wrong, try to set some new setups. And as the most difficult part, I think, is on every side, right? You really don't know how to set up a team. And I think a team really needs 2 slow strategies, like executes. Every team needs 2 strategies on 2 executes on maps. And you need 2 fast-paced strategies where when you feel the game should change the pace, you can throw it off. And 1 or 2 types of starting the round to get some picks. That's all you can really win matches with stuff like that. And in that way, when you think you should set your players to have more freedom, you can just call default and say, guys, until I say something, keep rolling, do your game, get us information, try picks. But it also, as I say something, you guys follow it. That's basically how it works on SK as well.
New IGL starter pack, defaults, couple of fast executes, 2 slow executes.
Exactly.
One
CT
thing I'd
spots.
add to that though is like something that Dave said in one of his videos is like on the CT side, looking at scenarios like say for retakes or something. Like in this situation, if you're retaking a site, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to like if you're going back into A, for example, let's say you're on a 1VX.
Which map?
Like say, let's say Mirage. It'll be like if you're on your own. If you're coming from Connector, what is your process? What are you going to check?
Yeah, so the problem is when we start talking about retakes and we start talking about situations like that, it's way more about the knowledge that the player has of the situation he's living right now than the strategy on retakes. Like we don't have retake 2, retake version C, that doesn't exist. So it's basically using all the variations, all the information you got, and all the risks you need to take. That's how the players keep acting. And that's why some players and some teams are way better than others on taking the actions, because if one piece falls off, if one piece chases too much, if one piece is too fast trying to do something, then it all goes off. So there are so many details that it really takes a lot of time for players to really get it. So as we're retaking, we really need to go over the situation to really talk about it. But most of the times, first, you don't want to fight alone. But at the same time, if you just hide, they're going to get so much space that it's going to be worse. So you really have to keep pushing them back. So Mirage, for example, we were playing CT. Depending on the team we're playing and how aggressive the other team is, sometimes they're going to flash into the CT and kill there. So we really have to expect that and wait for the flashes. Against other teams, they play too scary. They don't even come close to CT, so you have more space to try to find kills. So you have to really try to feel it during the match. And if you're trying to do backups on Mirage, to do retakes, you really need to understand how is jungle being played. If you lose jungle, it's a very different retake than if you have jungle. So jungle is a very important piece when retaking A, and that's the most common mistake on noob teams, in my opinion. Like they don't have jungle, they try to go jungle, boom, GG. One guy dies because he tried to go inside the window and he's dead. That's over. The retake is not going to work. So once you don't have jungle anymore, you have to retake from CT or connector, or you can play someone very slowly on jungle. Once the guy is staying there, he gives up, and then
really go slow.
You teach some of these lessons, right? I've seen some of your translated lessons on YouTube.
I have a lot of those lessons in Games Academy and Gamers Club website.
Where can people find those lessons?
Those lessons are only in Portuguese because I didn't have time to make half of them in English. I made some of them, but then I saw the teams were getting too good, and then I gave up. I'm kidding. I didn't have time to really go over it, but I mean, it's a lot to talk about. But for Portuguese speakers, there's Games Academy with all those content, all those things. They're very well explaining a lot of situations. And for English speakers, I'm actually going to do an English video this month. It's going to be analysis. So you guys can help me out. Which map do you want to see? What you can talk about is going to be English. Because I know a lot of people say, Fallen, please do something in English. You always do Portuguese. We can understand. Or I'm watching even if it's Portuguese. And I will try to do some more stuff in English to help out some people.
Help us out, man.
Awesome. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, more Counter-Strike, more Cloud9, more Team Liquid. See you back here in a few.